Haj Kibwanga, Fred Ngetich are giving their thoughts, and of course Douglas Mwasia giving their thoughts regarding Arsenal conquest of the English Premier League. It's wall-to-wall coverage right here on Sporty Monday, as promised. And now I cross over to part B of the studio where my colleague Ziti Jimoi is on standby, and of course there are fans there. It's now their moment to give their take. Jimoi, take it away.
Thank you so much, Silo. Of course, a proud opposition leader, Nico Apa. As much as we are taking all the pain in, I know our time will come, and again, even Manchester United will celebrate. Even Chelsea, as much as Wakoko Chini, they will celebrate. Even Liverpool, talk about Aston Villa, they will celebrate. So I am not alone in the studio. I have Gunners and one Man City fan here at the studio. I'll start with you, Van Gaal. I think that's your name, isn't it? Wewe ni Ghana. Ghana. Yes. Ghana kabisa,
kabisa.
A Pep venye anaondoka pale Premier League. What do you think it's an impact to the Premier League venye anatoka?
Yeah, it is a big impact because Pep has been dominating Premier League for quite some time. Just the way Arsene Wenger and Alex Ferguson has been dominating for quite some time. When they left, you find sometimes the teams that they were supporting, like Arsenal and Manchester United, trying to struggle. Now that Pep is leaving the scene and Arteta and this young generation coaches coming up, is going to be a very big impact to other teams now trying to emulate the standard that he has kept, because he has kept a very high standard when it comes to performance in the Premier League. That is why Man City has been performing for quite some time. But that saying and done, Arteta now is there to take charge. And for the last 3 seasons, he has shown that it's not only that he has learned from the best, being Pep assistants for all those quite years, but now he has dominated, and he's here to prove that he's now the man to be watched. And other coaches like Carrick, who is now trying to learn the basics from Arteta, I think he's going to have a very long time to understand.
I think he should go slow on Carrick, because I'm here. Kasembeli, as I said, I think young coaches are here. Of course, most of them, they're students of Pep. Talk about Alonso has been with Pep. Talk about Maresca has been with Pep. And then now, of course, Arteta has been with Pep. And Carrick, hajakuwa na Pep, but again, he's among the young players who are going to coach the EPL. What do you think this is going to mean to the EPL? And as you've said, are you guys going really dominating the 5 years? Because you have students who are with Pep too.
Maybe before I answer that, the disrespect you have happened with Arsenal, you must apologize.
Yes.
Which one?
Yes. And congratulate Arsenal. Nimejaribu kuangalia social media yako, sijaona congratulations.
Yes.
I'm still waiting for you guys to play against PSG so that I'll come out clean.
All said and done, the 3 managers you have mentioned, Arteta, Alonso and Maresca, under Pep, only Arteta has won the league, and he's the reason Pep is leaving. So it is like a mantle. Arteta amefukuza Pep na amechukua from there. Maresca, he was there. Si eti anakuja nini, alikuwa hapa Chelsea, he did nothing, or rather walimfukuza because of whatever the boardroom they were there na medical team yao. Alonso anakuja a new league, though he played there, lakini the success alikuwa nayo Bundesliga, I don't think it's Arteta time because of the process he took in. The process from the gradual and systematic process at Arsenal. It will take time. For example, for Alonso and Maresca. If Maresca kama atapewa time kama ya Pep, maybe after Arteta amechoka na 5 consecutive wins, anaweza consider. Alafu Carrick, I don't remember if there is any English manager ameshinda ligi. If it's there, you can tell me. It has been long. If Ako, and it will not be any different.
Talking about na wacha niambie mtu wa City ajitete Kirwa.
Yes.
Talking about City, because you know now Arteta is leaving. Actually, before you guys played again Bournemouth, if I'm not wrong, the news was all over.
Yes.
No one was talking about the game. You guys, it was a deciding game. No one was talking about the game, but talking about the Pep is leaving. What do you think this is going to be an impact to City as largely to the players, and again moving into the next season?
I think Pep did us bad. His announcement came at a time that we were still chasing the league. Sorry, and you can see from the players what happened. Pep announced that he's leaving, and the moment he announced that, it hit the players in the wrong way. You saw we performed against Bournemouth. We went there with a disjointed team, no morale, and the impact was also seen yesterday. Pep leaving came as a surprise because all along, even in the newsrooms during press conference, he was being asked if he's leaving, and he was insisting that he still has one contract to go. And there could be something behind the scenes that we don't know. Why did Pep decide to leave all of a sudden? He kept his cards closed, and then when the league is coming to a close, he tells us that he's leaving. He's the same person that assembled this Manchester City side, from the goalkeeper all the way to Erling Haaland. I believe if he'd prepare the management or he'd prepare the players early enough to tell them I still have 1 year contract, or else I'll be here for 1 year and then I leave, it will have a psychological advantage to the players. It's going to be a tricky season next season. We don't know what's waiting. You remember Man City has spent a lot of money this season assembling this particular squad. And Maresca coming in, and he's not the one that is assembled, the one that assembled
but
this
he's
squad.
A good coach.
Yeah, he's a good coach. He was in our academy. He's in Pep assistant. He won the Club World Cup with Chelsea. He's a tactical manager, and I trust Italian managers. As Kasembeli has said, rarely do we see English managers winning the title, but we've seen Italian managers, Spanish winning it in EPL, even Netherlands, Anslot. So I think next season is going to be a tricky season for Man City, considering that there are players that even signed for Man City because of Pep Guardiola. And again, the squad that Maresca is coming in place with is not the squad that he himself assembled. So let's see how the season pans out, but I'm not putting much hope that we can win the title next season. Because again, you see now Arsenal are on the ascendancy. Winning this title has given them a psychological edge compared to other teams. And most of these managers that are coming in, Alonso coming in is a new manager, Maresca coming in is a new manager. In Liverpool, Slot is there, but again, I don't see him giving us much impact. Remember, he's the manager that spent the most money in the transfer window this season. But you've seen how they play this season. So of the managers that will be there next season, I think Arteta will be having the know-how. The squad again has the know-how. But I don't want to trip them to win the league, of course. I'll always tip another team, but not Arsenal.
Kiro, I know I think you have a soft spot for Arsenal, and that's why you're telling them that.
You see, last time I saw Arsenal winning the league, I was a baby. Right now I'm married.
Dennis, coming to you. I know you're a very die-hard Arsenal fan, but I just want you to talk about the former players coming now to coach the English Premier League. Alonso was, of course, a former Liverpool player. Talk about, of course, Carrick, of course, Manchester, he's coaching Manchester. Arsenal, Arteta, coaching Arteta. And there's a new coach, of course, who's just been promoted from the Championship. Of course, he's played for Chelsea, and now he's coming to coach the English Premier League. So what do you think about this when you see players turning into managers? Uko sawa.
So actually, I realized something yesterday. Arteta is 44 years, Carrick is 44 years, and Alonso is 44 years. So this is a transition. Most of the big clubs now are in transition, and it has much to do with the culture. You know, the culture of the club. Because I remember even when Arsene Wenger came, he changed a lot of things in terms of diet, in terms of the way the players do, in terms of the schedule, anything. So if you played for the other club, like Arteta, the moment you become a manager, you don't have, I can call it like culture shock. Like something hits you. Like for instance, I remember when Sanchez moved from Arsenal and went to Man United. If you read that, he was hit by a big culture shock. Because the way things are done, the schedule, everything is different, including the eating habits, the drills and all that. So I think it has much to do with the drills morning, the way they do the things, the culture, the way people behave, everything. From the boardroom, backroom, everything. So like in Liverpool, you know, the way they do things. Alonso, as he said, no, not Alonso, the Maresca, he was in the academy. So he will just continue from where he left. And most of the players, you know how things are done. It has much to do with the culture shock. Yes.
Matthew, if I come to you, 2016 actually is when Arteta said goodbye at the Emirates. When alikuwa anasema sitachezea Arsenal tena. And then 10 years later, that is 2026, and ndio amekuja akawina ligi na nyinyi. How do you feel as an Arsenal fan, and how does this win makes you like inakufanya unafeel aje? Umesema the flag is here.
Kama hii feeling vizuri. Kwanza tuishike vizuri ndio mjue. Champions wako in the house. Now my friend here from Man City, the way he has spoken shows you that he gave up on Arsenal. He was an Arsenal fan, then migrated to Man City.
Says who?
So now he's feeling the champions are here, and the new sheriff in town, Mikel Arteta, is here to dominate football. And he's made Pep Guardiola leave the stage. Pep Guardiola is wise. As we say, a good dancer knows when to leave the stage. So his time has come, and he has noticed that the new crop of coaches that are coming up will maybe embarrass him going forward. And for Mikel Arteta, we are very grateful and we are very thankful. But for most of all, the players' mentality won us this league. You remember the game we lost against the one that... Yes, against Bournemouth, when Rice... Declan Rice was saying it's not over, it's not done. Against City.
It was against City, the game in hand.
He was saying that it's not done, it's not over. He was telling the captain, Odegaard, yeah. And now you see that passion. You see him yesterday lifting the trophy and kissing the trophy. It shows you that the belief is there. And the belief is not coming to an end anytime soon. Yes.
Van Pagal, I hope I'm pronouncing your name very well.
Van Pagal.
Van Pagal.
Pagal.
Yes. Van Pagal, you've seen the passion of how Kenyans have for the EPL. And I was talking to you and I was asking you, how do we take this EPL passion into a KPL Premier League teams? That is, talk about, I know you support Gor Mahia, and congratulations for winning the...
Being champion twice.
Champion twice. Yesterday, actually, you are celebrating twice. You come out Melala. How do you think we can do this and bring all this celebration into our Premier League? Okay. Like that is the Kenya Premier League.
Yeah. Okay, the passion is there. By the way, you can see a lot of people love Kenyan football. The team is there, as in the passion is there of the local clubs. But sometimes you find the problem is the management and also the organizations of those games and matches. For instance, when you go to the stadiums, security-wise is not that paramount. As in, you go to a stadium, you go with your car, you go with your family. After a game, you find sometimes every team has what do we call, some goons. As in, you go there not as a sportsman.
You're not feeling safe.
Exactly, yeah. So that's why sometimes you find, okay, people love the clubs, but you find them, they love it from far. As in, you don't have that security that you can go to the stadium and enjoy the game and all those things. And also that phobia of people saying that when Gor are out on the streets, there is violence, there is all those things. So there's a lot of sensitization that needs to be done around our local football and also the exposure when it comes to highlighting people. But when it comes to the Premier League, as much as it is far, you see that united supporters. As much as we have that fan base, partners and all those things, but we love one another. You might not see us fighting Manchester United like yesterday. As much as they were hating the way you are,
the
but
opposition.
opposition united and all those things. But at the end of the day, you find that they are like, wanasema Arsenal, it's their time, let them enjoy. The way Manchester United win their games, we say, okay, it's their time. But when it comes to the local teams, we need a lot of sensitization, and also the FKF have a very big role to play. Very big one.
Sorry to cut you short. Kasembeli, and then I'll come to you. Kasembeli, you are an FC Leopards fan, and I know FC Leopards have a very good fan base. I think yesterday when you lost against APS Bomet, and that's why Gor Mahia were given the championship. What do you think that, as an FC Leopards fan, what do you think should be done for the fans to come back to the stadium? And I think you tell us, where did you guys trip so that the crown went back to Gor Mahia?
Well, for the ground, we tripped that Mother United game. I don't know what happened. You just at halftime you were 0-0. Then you score a goal. Then you concede 4 goals, and that's where things changed.
I think that's what even the coach of APS Bomet said, that you guys play well in the first half, but second half, you bakiumenda chini.
True. Sometimes fans going to stadium, we were going to stadium to watch players who are not motivated. There are clubs that are not paying players. They go ahead and bet themselves, do the betting. Once they bet, you have emotion, that club, emotional attachment to that club, but the players are just there. They are demoralized. Nyumba zao zimefungwa huko nyumbani, hawana kitu kwa mfuko. Sasa you feel they are just there.
And you are playing against APS Bomet that walikuwa na 50,000 kwa kichwa na nyinyi.
Since APS Bomet waambiwe every win 50,000, I think they have won all the games. Yeah. We played Gor Mahia when the former CS alikuwa ametable sijui 1 million kwa mesa. Na wewe na sisi maybe
to play for the badge.
Yeah. That motivation factor sometimes inafanya players wanakuwa extra motivated. Alafu fans of FC tunakwanga study, tunachezanga study, but now this season we were so close to win it. And that's why fans walikuwa wamekuja sana.
Walikupea heartbreaks zile una celebrate Arsenal. I know Matthew, you're a Tusker fan, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
What do you think? What should you think? Matano alienda na vikombe ama what next?
Tusker tuko kwa transition. Ni that time of a club. Every club passes through that phase. But I want to talk about the fan base. Kenyan Premier League. If you've noticed something, all these people you saw on the streets yesterday celebrating Arsenal, during national teams, you will find them in the stadium.
Yes.
Then we should ask ourselves, what happens at the club level? Goes back to our club management systems. We have not put it out there, what is in it for the fans? Why does the team need the fan base? Our management, once they are elected, it's for them. They believe it's them and the players and the club. That's done. Look at a good example, Moranga.
I'll give you 30 seconds, and then we finish.
Look at what Moranga did, Moranga Seal, when they came to the Premier League. They went straight to enticing the fan base, giving out replica jerseys, giving them merchandise, giving them questions to answer, you win a ticket. They have grown their fan base. Yeah.
The motivation need to be done. Of course, hata saizi atujui, there's under 17 game that is supposed to be played in Kenya, but there's no hype up.
Then another thing that is failing Kenya,
Dennis,
Kefofa.
The
Kefofa is asleep.
Dennis, I don't know which you support Murang'a Seal? Tusker. Hey. Tusker. Sema tu kitu mbili ama moja.
Okay, we had spoken about this before.
Mike.
We had spoken about this before, and if you look at the global clubs, there are mainly 4 streams of maintaining a club in terms of popularity and the issue about being stable. Like the way Kasembeli is talking about the wages. And I think it's a high time the local clubs outgrow the organic fan base, because Gor Mahia and AFC. They have got a big number.
And Shabana too.
And Shabana, they have got
and
a big...
Mrangasili is coming.
Exactly. They have got a big fan support from the organic. You don't need to bribe those fans because they can relate. And right, they should now start learning the club like it's a business.
Yes.
This is what EPL clubs are doing. I can tell you this something. Arsenal, they sent us an email last week. They are going to send merchandise to Arsenal Kenya, the official supporters club, to make sure that that fan base is still there. It's still intact. They have outgrown the organic in North London. They are looking at overseas fans. So 4 things. These 4 things. The first one is like now we don't have any club here local with a sports with a sports shop. Secondly, in terms of marketing. And then thirdly, in terms of the way Django has said, enticing the clubs.
Thank you so much. I think I'll give you 30 seconds to finish and then we finish up because I will call you back so that we talk about the KPL. Because I can see it's a very touching story.
You see, every now and then we say that you want KPL to grow. But as fans ourselves, are we putting KPL as a priority? I think, again, the way the EPL is today, they did just wake up one day and go to their...
They did marketing very well.
They did marketing very well. And if, as a fan that I've followed KPL for the longest time, 16 years, I can say KPL has the ability to grow, but you're not taking advantage. We should have learned from Chan. What did we do during Chan that made people come to the stadium? Watch centers, attracting, inviting musicians to the stadiums. Those are some of the things, small nitty-gritties that will make this league grow. I normally say, when you walk into the streets, how many people are putting on a local jazz? We should just try doing small nitty-gritties, billboards, adverts, inviting musicians to perform during match days, and you'll see a big transition. See at Gor Mahia, for example, right now. There's a lot of fans coming in. Mrangasili had to move their match from Sebastian to Nyayo because of the fan base. So yeah, I believe we should also take initiative, we as fans and everyone that is stakeholder in the Kenyan Premier League.
Thank you so much, guys, for coming. And again, I know Arsenal will be celebrating the whole month before we go to the World Cup. And I think it ended Chini phase because I'm Team PSG. Of course, I was still in the opposition, Team PSG. Of course, that is for now. We're going for a short break. And when we come back, of course, we'll be going on. Of course, we have another interview that comes for Nairobi City Marathon, of course. And we have the Germany Cup, of course. The Bundesliga, it's still intact. We're just going for a short break.